Alright, welcome back to Tony the Hoofer's guide through Football Manager 16. We saw last time that we needed to do some match training. We can continue on from here actually. We're waiting for more scout reports to come in, and Liverpool made an offer for Sans Kaju. So there's already contract talks underway with Atletico, Corinthians, Atletico Mineiro, and CEC. Here we go. He's accepted our offer to join as a hot prospect. That's too high. He wanted too high a starting wage, and he wants far too high. This strikes me as one of the players who is nowhere near as good as he's as he presents himself, or his agent presents him as. Yeah, this is scary. I've definitely been burned in situations like this previously, without our having managed to see anything about him with our own scouts. We're on a real hiding to nothing here. Well, we're have the potential to take a real hiding here. Um, I'm adding some clauses which are very unlikely to be involved. To occur, and hoping to hoping that will allow us to get to get him signed. I'll also bump up his signing fee, his agent fee, ever so slightly. Yikes! Ouch! No, we were nowhere near it. Damn. Offers made for Enrique already. I don't want to sell locally. I'd rather sell him overseas. I'm going to reject these offers and bump the amount of money that I'm offering him out for. I'll set it at 4.2 and set this to reject all offers of a lower or equivalent value. I think if there's two clubs in already that quickly for him, Swansea have lowered their offer, and surprisingly I've rejected it. And Magic Gomez, who I've never heard of before, is out with an injury for 4 weeks. So sad. Oh, sorry. In that last screen, we saw some what are they called, pre-season qualifiers for the Euros. Wow. Wow. Okay, maybe Callum Chambers really is worth what they. We'll add him to our shortlist. That's far too expensive. We can't afford that, and he wouldn't want to join us anyway. I don't believe. Oh yeah, we could. He would like to join our club. What does he prefer playing? I prefers playing centre. Oh no. He's happy out there, and he's quite well. Shivers, he's got some great stats for a young kid. Well, for a 20-year-old. Yeah, those are really nice. He's going on the. I've added him to the shortlist. We'll refer to that later. Okay, here comes our onslaught of scout reports. I'm going to do a second round of scouting on the players that I like the look of. Effectively, any players that are 4-star potential or over. So scouting. I want to get a scout report, please. 4-star potential. This is a very roughshod way of doing things. It's better to examine the players more closely than what I'm doing here, but for the purposes of brevity, I'm going to... I'm not going to show that message anymore. And scouting, oh, that was the kid who played out of position for us. That's good, that looks pretty good. Scouting, get a scout report. I'm probably doing more scouting than I should do, but especially early on, when you haven't done a lot of scouting previously, it's important to increase the general knowledge that you've got. Oh. Wow. He looks great. Yeah, he looks super good. And he was only valued at £82,000 because he's so young. That's exactly the sort of player that we'd like, because his expected value should be tiny. Yeah, less than £1 million. If further scouting continues to show him that high, this will be the guy that we get. Scouting. He's not interested in joining us. Oh, they're not interested in selling him. That's different. He is interested in joining us on loan and on transfer. Okay. Cool. Ooh, that's a good looking player too. Yeah, that's a great looking player. But he's on the left hand side, and that's the side we need less. We'll get another scouting report for him. And for him, this is Kaju, who definitely doesn't want to join us now. So he's not... Oh, well, actually, for a 19-year-old to already be 2-star is pretty damn good. Assigned scout. Who did that? Oh, Ruddy Bottom did it. We'll get Rod Ruddick to do another 2 weeks and try and round out that report, because we may go back for Kaju, even though he's said no to us. Well, his manager said no, his agent said no. Oh, whoa. Yeah, he's great. For a 20-year-old to be 2 stars with potential for 5, even though he's injured with tendonitis, and that could be something that just keeps coming back, he has real potential. His flair's not super high. Flair for wingers is a great thing to have, and it's not super high. He's something of an all-rounder. He doesn't have any standout areas. His balance isn't great, and that's the frustrating thing for wingers. It means they easily get pushed off the ball. His dribbling's good. His crossing's okay. Definitely keeping an eye on him. He's not what we need at all. We need 2 things first. We need a right back before we need a winger, and we need a left back before we need a winger. 5.5 million. No one's interested in Colo. I don't believe that. Bogdan also. So I tried to convince Colo that it was a good idea to leave. He said no, so fair enough. Convincing a player to speak to clubs is a useful idea, because it will make the clubs more likely to approach you to begin with. I'm going to do this very quickly. That last email asked that I assign some players to come to the training camp that we're doing in China. I'm sorting it by... actually, I'm going to auto-select and remove the players that I don't want to come with us. Let's expand the selection options. We don't want Colatura and we don't want Adam Bogdan. They're both staying at home, and we're looking to get them out the door as soon as possible. What are we missing? Any youth players that we want to bring along? Yes, Terence Trent Darby, and don't think that's his name. Uh, Adam Phillips is probably more versatile to us. Actually, I don't want to take the full complement because we've got other players potentially joining. I think we can add them to the squad. That's fine. So that's 40. Tony Gomez is a striker who we don't need to come. Danny Ward is a keeper who's worth bringing along. We'll bring these lads along as well, just because we want to make sure we have a full squad and we can continue. Toure told to find a new club. Yes, the Hoofer doesn't want him there. Aurelia Pereira was one of our scouts. Cool. We'll accept his joining us, and we'll send him on an intensive language course, and we'll ask him to recommend a signing. So he's done some. He's bringing back some scouting reports for us. Those are interesting. We definitely don't need a striker though, and this guy I like the look of a lot. A 4.5 player who can play across the front line is great. Yeah, so I'm going to ask one of our new scouts to do. He was the scout that did the first round of scouting on him. We'll get him to do a little more scouting on that player because he's likely well worth adding to our transfer list. Even more so, this guy's great. He's the reason I like him in particular is because he's perfectly attuned to playing on either side, and he's left-footed. Yeah, that's a really good option for us. Wow. He's already been transferred. He's already on loan somewhere. Sporting wouldn't want to sell him. He'd be happy to live in another country. He's versatile. He's well suited to the Prem. It's quite expensive wage-wise. He's definitely going on the shortlist. That's a player that we should pick up in a year or try to get on loan. Here's another one of our scouts joining. Along you come, Dave. And we'll get him to recommend a signing. He's got... those are awful suggestions. Thank you very much, Dave. I'm meeting the media. I'm being unveiled as the new manager. As a big fan of the club, you must think this is a dream come true. Absolutely. Many people think that our wage budget is too small. I don't want to discuss the finances actually. Do you feel the expectations are realistic? The club is if the club is to really progress, yeah, we'll say that we have to aim high. That sort of hints that we're aiming higher than we are capable of. I'm 27 years of age. Okay. Yes, that's the reason I stopped playing. The players are older than me. That's true. I don't think age is important. My playing career that stopped when I was 27, when my, I don't know, league fell off. Yes, I believe it will. They should respond to that. I'm a noted polyglot. Yeah, I set up when I set up my manager, I gave him 4 or 5 languages, which I think gives you a bonus to talking to your players. Gives you a bonus to talking to players who don't speak the primary language of the club they're in. So I'm able to speak to a bunch of South American players and players from around Europe who can't speak English. So I think it's a bit of an advantage. It helps them be more settled. I'm a noted polyglot. I'm certain it will give me a great advantage. We are led to believe that you're a defence-minded coach. Any team worth their salt will be strong in defence, but I won't be pigeonholed. That sounds right. The public will want to hear a proper answer from you regarding our wage budget. The budget has been set at its current level for good reasons. New managers often bring their own people. Everyone will have a chance, except for those that I've already fired. Um, while some managers are famous for their hands-on approach, others maintain a more reserved manner with their players. Nope, I want every player to know that they can come to me with anything. It is often said that different managers favour different competitions. Yes, my primary concern will be the Prem. Absolutely, that's my major focus. Recent reports have linked us with Callum Chambers. It is unlikely that we'll make a move from it this time. Once we get that further scouting information, it's quite possible that we'll go for him either early next season or maybe the summer after that. On the off chance that an agent reads your comments, is there any area of the squad that you'd like to strengthen? No. I'm happy with my squad. It's not quite true, but it's close enough. The transfer window is open once more, bringing with it speculations over my plans for Liverpool. Will there be any deals in the coming weeks? We're in good shape, and we're in good shape, and we'll try to get by with the players we've got. Is it possible some players will leave? It depends on whether we receive fair offers, but yep, we've got some players we're looking to move. Riyad Mahrez, yeah, he'd be nice, but with an expected cost of £70 million, I don't think I'll be going for him right now. Far out. That is insanely expensive. I'm going to add him to the list just to see if he maintains that cost, because that's phenomenal. This game, being 2016, this game is set before the transfer prices went quite so crazy as they are in this day and age. Because that price would make sense for Riyad Mahrez now. Well, probably not after the last season that he's just had, but the season prior, definitely. The season that this is concerning, definitely. I think Leicester just won the. Yeah, I think they just won the league. Oh, no, they win the league this season though. In the game. Yes, that's right. Sorry, where was I? So Mahrez, we'll see if he keeps that price. Nope, I'm not interested in Callum Chambers. West Brom are also going for that same physio. Loan offers made for Origi. No, I don't want to loan him out. He's going to be playing for us. He must be set as loan. Nope. We'll set him as unavailable, so we don't get offers. Sunderland target Enrique. I like that. That's cool. Financial fair play. Okay, worth mentioning this. We'll finish these emails and wrap this video up, I think. Financial fair play affects you both in the league and in the continental cups that you're in. The basic rule is that you're not allowed to spend more than 10% more than what you did the last season or something like that. So it's a real pain for it's fantastic for clubs with massive wage budgets who can maintain a stranglehold on getting the best players by paying the best money, but for teams that are performing above their wage grade, if you like, they really struggle with this. I've done it before when I've brought teams up the leagues. hopefully for when Football Manager 18 gets released, they'll have to tweak this down a little bit because it really does bias in favour of the big teams. Um, it'll be interesting to see. I hope they do. And our final message of the day is that we've got a new scout joining us. Perfect. Okay, guys, we'll put this one on hold for the moment. We'll pause this video and we'll come back. We'll stop this video and we'll come back to the next video. Hopefully, we'll see some more action, and we'll speak to you. We'll see you then.